Domestic violence assault charges in the Bronx, New York. Domestic violence assault arrests in the Bronx happen suddenly, often based on just one person's story without giving the accused a chance to explain their side. Under New York law, these cases become criminal matters that the Bronx District Attorney's Office prosecutes aggressively, even when the alleged victim later wants the charges dropped. Domestic violence assault isn't actually a separate crime in New York, but rather an assault charge under Penal Law Article 120, with a special designation based on the relationship between the parties. This designation completely changes how the case gets handled, from mandatory arrest policies to specialized court processing and potential orders of protection. The domestic violence label applies when the complainant qualifies as a family or household member, including current or former spouses, parents and children, blood relatives, people who share a child, or those in intimate relationships. You don't need to be married or living together for the case to qualify as domestic violence, and Bronx prosecutors apply this definition broadly. Assault in the third degree under Penal Law 120.00 is the most common charge in Bronx domestic violence cases and carries serious consequences, despite being classified as a misdemeanor. A conviction can result in up to 364 days in jail, 3 years of probation, mandatory batterer intervention programs lasting 26 weeks, and orders of protection lasting up to 5 years. Under federal law, anyone convicted of a misdemeanor domestic violence crime permanently loses their right to possess firearms, making this far more than just a simple misdemeanor. For non-citizens in the Bronx, a domestic violence conviction can trigger deportation proceedings and create lasting immigration consequences that affect entire families. Assault in the second degree becomes a Class 500 violent felony when serious physical injury occurs, weapons are used, or the victim is under 11 years old. This violent felony classification carries mandatory state prison time ranging from 2 to 7 years, plus post-release supervision and orders of protection lasting up to 8 years. The most serious charge, assault in the first degree, is a Class B violent felony involving deadly weapons, permanent disfigurement, or circumstances showing depraved indifference to human life. David Mejia Colgan brings over 30 years of criminal defense experience in the Bronx, including his background as a former prosecutor in the Bronx County DA's office. As a lawyer who has handled these cases from both sides, he understands how the prosecution builds domestic violence cases and knows the most effective defense strategies. Having an experienced attorney from the moment of arrest through trial can mean the difference between a conviction that destroys your future and a dismissal that protects your freedom. This law firm focuses on defending people facing violent crime charges across Bronx courtrooms, providing aggressive representation when your life and liberty are on the line. Contact David Mejia Colgan, ESQ, at 718-484-8820, located at 910 Grand Concourse Suite 1F, Bronx, New York 10451, to schedule your free consultation today.